Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. Starting from the 5. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first down. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Herbert from the gun. He sure came his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down. You had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Got to help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Collects this at the 32. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. We've set it down from 37. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Fails to find his running back. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Can we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game. Yeah.
You're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Now a run here with Amari on Hampton. And we'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Back to Hampton. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. And you start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets it downfield, on target to Getson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Positive with that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on 3rd down.
Kappa. Let's go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. In the goal line. And that is a great stop to denying the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going for this from just a few yards out. They could get a touchdown or a 1st down here. Herbert throwing on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
There's the first carry for the rookie out of Purdue. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and he played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Herbert to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Cut out left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Complete Derrick Henry. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake. That one's complete right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll run here with Henry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And the reverse first call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Just keep on continuing the evolution of the wide receivers as runners. You know, that used to just be a gadget play, Kate. But then you see it more and more between the 20s, and now we're seeing it even in the red zone. Get your playmakers the ball.
Just 3 yards between them and a touchdown. It's 3rd and goal. There's a give straight up the middle. And his fight is stopped after just 2 yards. Interesting choice coming up here on 4th and short.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Loop, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Well, a field goal would make it 2 scores, Brock, but they want more than that. They're going for it on 4th and goal. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Luke tacks on the extra points. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
14. Chargers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
One of the advantages, Kate, a quarterback gets when he leaves the pocket and he's seeing zone coverage is you can really start to manipulate those defenders. And crossing routes are a great way to break down zone defense, especially when you get yourself outside the pocket.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Herbert now off the play fake. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. Still going inside the 35. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. In the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Out of the gun, Henry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now Jackson on third down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's Henry running left. Rolling into enemy territory. He's got room to roam. He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Chargers 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble.
Forward, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22. Herbert from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Ravens have it as he reports the first interception of his young career.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Lamar now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Oops, knocks it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback. One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that is a crunching hit that ends our opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. And he can't escape. He goes down. A flag though down with him. Let's see, did somebody hold up front, or is this marker going to wipe away that great sack?
Don't worry.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Drop this one down for Henry. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That one gains 7, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Trying down the middle with Henry. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
So it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action now with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Dump off to his fullback. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Handoff headed right to Henry. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
This is Henry on second. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. There's a dive up the middle, and he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Hey, Alpha, sit high! You! Sit high!
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Back-to-back grabs here for Allen. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Now Herbert again. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers start their second half with some needed points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt.
31, Chargers 13. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. Escapes a defender. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Henry running to the left. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Ravens have the football, and more importantly, partner, a solid lead. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
180! Hey!
Now it's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's back. Derrick Henry was the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Has this at the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Draw play here. Hampton. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Herbert back to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They give it to him again. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Back to the well again. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Justin Avoidby. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Jackson now on 3rd. Hauled in left side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A 30-yard attempt.
Oops, knocks it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Shoots away from 1. And he stopped on the run back to the 27. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. It looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play action now for Herbert. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. complete. Omarion Hampton. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Lion, lion, lion. Stop.
Herbert on first down. Low left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Giving them an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. That's caught at the 4. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
21 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
From the red zone on first. Getting out to his left. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens, and they're moments away now from celebrating a win. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The designed run, Jackson keeping it. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they carried some of that winning football from last game